Hello, everybody. It's Sandra. Thank you so much for coming today. We're going to have a walk around this auction. I'm going to show you what I bought at the end. My mom will be joining me. This is only going to be part one. There will be a part two coming soon. So here are some old rings. I love that one. That's turquoise, but that one on top might be chrysoprase. That's beautiful. That looks very deco or deco style at least. Those rings, believe it or not, sold for $475. And they are very pretty. I didn't see that I could have made a big enough profit for it to be worth it to me, but somebody for sure can make money on those, especially that one. That's a really nice United States Navy ring. I like how smooth that one is because it has some age. It's a pretty amber ring. Lots of pretty stuff. A lot of the sizes seemed kind of small. Still beautiful though. Fun lot. Of course, I'm looking for jewelry to resell for a big profit, and also some to keep because I collect as well. This is gorgeous. This is 14 karat gold. There's a lot of beautiful charms. This sold for $1,600, which actually isn't that bad because I think there may be 16 charms or so. So even if you could only sell each of those for 100, and then you'd still have that bracelet. I think a couple of those charms were 10 karat though, and then I think at least one was 18. Some pretty stuff. Of course, it's not only $1,600, then you have to pay a 20% buyer's premium plus taxes. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And those are lovely. I love the grouping. I just like all the different ones. Now, this is an incredibly beautiful turquoise squash blossom necklace. That's a nice Naja. I think that's how you pronounce that. That sold for $675. I've only ever seen one of those. I mean, had one of those, I should say, and I sold it on eBay. Really pretty. I love squash blossom necklaces, and that one actually looks like it has some age on it to me. Doesn't it look older? I think it does. Now, this next lot is sterling silver. Lots of pretty things. This lot sold for $220. I love that old thing. Look at that antique. Lots of pretty stuff for sure. That's an earring, I think. I'm looking for something that's really different. I'm looking for a wow, not just ordinary pieces that you see all the time. And some of these are kind of ordinary. Not a bad thing. I just have a lot of merchandise right now, so I really am trying to just buy what's special. Oh, I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Lots of really nice things. I wonder what that was. Was that like a zodiac thing or something? It's a great sterling charm bracelet. I'm just taking a look to see if there's any really super awesome charms. I like the teddy bear charm. I think that was on there. That was cute. Pretty things. Not a lot of really old things. And I prefer the older pieces. That's just me. It doesn't mean that they're more valuable or better to get. I just love them, that's all. There was a lot of weight here too. Oh, that's a beautiful charm bracelet. Wow. And then stuff like that. Like, that's hard to sell when it has someone else's initials. Sugarloaf Mountain, that was for a ski resort in New Hampshire, I think, or Vermont. That's a cute little bug. This lot is cool. Very, very heavy sterling silver. That was many ounces. I didn't write it down. Sorry. That lot sold for $170. I think that's very reasonable. How pretty. All of it. Really pretty. Nice. Now, this is a gold-filled lot. I usually really like gold-filled stuff because sometimes they have very vintage stuff or antique stuff. That's a Sikorsky aircraft logo. That was probably an employee rewards bracelet. It's pretty cool. That probably sells for a little something just on its own. But as I went through, I didn't really see, I mean, I definitely saw some beautiful things, but I didn't see anything really worth it to me. And I don't think I wrote down what this lot sold for. Sorry about that. I'm just checking my notes right here. I guess I didn't. I think it went pretty high, though, as I recall. That would have been fun to go through, but you can see there's a lot of things with damage there, for sure. And that's the thing. I really can't repair jewelry on my own. I mean, maybe if it's super easy stuff, but I am looking for a profit, not a project. So that was my kind of problem with that lot. If it sold really cheaply, I would have been interested. Here's another lot. This is strictly costume jewelry, I think. I'm seeing if I can find any treasures. I think this, oh, that's pretty. I think this lot, well, if there's an Elvis buckle in it, it sold for $50. Let's see if we see that. Oh, that's cool. Missing stones and everything. See what I mean? Stuff that isn't interesting enough or special enough. That's cool. I really like that. There is some damage there. There's actually quite a bit of it. It's sort of scratched and everything. That's fun too. Look at the starfish. Lots and lots of wear to these pieces. Even that. So we have some sort of prettier things and some more ordinary things, along with some damaged things. That's cool. Look at that. It's on the original signer card. Interestingly, that doesn't look super high quality. And that's okay. Different companies make things for different wallets. Okay, there's the Elvis buckle. That whole lot sold for $50. That's a, oh, I love that. $50 I think is a nice fair price for that. Even if you just sold everything there for $2 each, you could probably make your money back if you had a yard sale or a flea market or whatever. Pretty stuff. There it is. That's what I bought. Let's have a look at it. This is the end of the video. My mom and I are going to show you right now. Here we are to go through the haul. Hi, Mom.
Hi, and it's shout out to Cousin Susan.
Shout out to Cousin Susan. Well, let's just get right into it. Now, I saw this at the auction, and you know what I said, Mom?
What did you say?
I said, this shall be
Mine.
I don't care.
I don't
care about the price.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
This is such a beautiful example. I mean, it's quintessentially Art Deco 1920s. I don't think this is glass. I think this is rock crystal. Rock crystal kind of has a different feel to it. It looks more high quality. And one giveaway, of course, is if you see bubbles, then it is glass. But I didn't see any bubbles. We're going to put this on our neck and stuff. But I did just I unhitched it. The mechanism is very nice also. And this is marked Germany. That's the only mark I could find so far, anyway. It's amazing. Truly. Let's put it on our neck. I think this shows up better on the oatmeal neck than it does on the black neck.
It's beautiful.
It is. And I did notice one missing stone, I think. And you know what? It's way back here, so who cares? Right? Oh. No, maybe I guess I'm wrong about that. I must have been looking at something else. Okay. But the beauty of this is this part that comes down in the back. If you would have to be wearing a scoop back dress, and how sexy would that be on a bare back?
Oh, be absolutely. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I have seen it before. I don't think I've ever seen one in person.
Right.
Now, the bidding, I figured the bidding was going to get intense, and I didn't care. I mean, of course I did care, because for some people, money is no object, and for me, it is. But I was bidding on it, and I bought this for $180. This is worth many hundreds of dollars. That's how special this
Very
is.
beautiful and very rare.
And very rare. But this isn't the only thing I got. This was actually part of a lot. So let's have a look at the lot. But this is, I don't know. It's amazing. One of my viewers said she had goosebumps, and it is like that for me also.
That would have a story to tell, wouldn't it?
This would have a story to tell. Where do you
Yes.
think somebody wore this?
Yes.
It's so
Right.
nicely made. This was not cheap in its day. The construction is just flawless, and the condition is fantastic. A lot of times people put jewelry in their jewelry box, and it would scratch around with all the other jewelry, but somebody really took wonderful care of this, probably because it was an expensive piece,
Yes.
and maybe even a special piece to somebody. All right, let's see what else I got. You want to take those out, Mom?
I sure do.
So this is yet another time you didn't feel like going with me. I know
I know.
it is kind of far, but
Yes, it is.
it is fun, and you do come to auctions with me sometimes.
Yes, I do.
Let's see if I can get rid of this weird shadow right here. What is that? Is that? Hold on. So this is beautiful, and this is worth some money also. I think this is a Chinese piece. Look at that enameling. It's beautiful. And Mom, you're going to be surprised. It opens.
No.
Yep. And
Oh.
if you smell this, just smell the inside, because that is actually a perfume carrier.
Oh, for heaven's
Can you smell
Yes, I
very,
can.
very, very faintly?
Isn't it beautiful? Look at the blue.
Look at the workmanship.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yes,
Lovely.
it's beautiful.
You got some interesting
Isn't this
things,
amazing?
Sadie.
And
Yes.
this is old too.
Yes.
So you wonder if all this stuff came from the same estate,
Yeah.
or
yeah, yeah.
if it's just a dealer who's putting stuff together like that they don't want or whatever. I don't know. But I like to think this is all belong to the same woman, which is kind of cool to think about.
Yes.
But this is beautiful. The enameling look at the enamels in like perfect condition.
Absolutely.
So cool. What an awesome necklace this is.
Oh, I know.
That's fantastic.
What
That's-
a conversation piece.
Yeah, and the only other one I could find is on Etsy, I think, and they are asking 200 something for theirs, and it is a conversation piece. I thought the same thing.
Was it exactly the same, Sandy?
Exact.
Really?
Exact. Yep.
Amazing.
But I thought too,
Beautiful.
like if you put this on a chain, you would totally get compliments on it because it's so
Oh,
weird.
sure.
And then you could talk about it and open it, and
Yes, yes.
it's great. And the condition, it's amazing. Now this thing, I don't think this belongs on this chain part. That's for sure. So these little pieces right here are not ivory. They're bone. Do you know how I know that, Mom?
No.
So you can see black specks in there. See the black specks? My mother can't see them, but you guys hopefully can. That is where blood went through. I believe that's called Haversian canals. So when you see something like this and you see those black specks, it's not ivory. It is bone. But this
Good.
definitely does not belong on here. I believe this is Bakelite. So I thought we would just do a quick test, like we do. This is what I like to use, semi-chrome polish. I get this on Amazon for not a lot of money. It'll just take a couple of seconds to do. A little bit of this on the Q-tip. Now, it might not be Bakelite, but I think so. So I'm going to rub the back of this. You see that's pink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to rub the back. I'm going to put some sort of pressure on it too. And I didn't do this yet, so I have no idea. Now, when I turn this over, if it's pink, it just means it's some different type of plastic, and it isn't Bakelite. But let's see what we got. See that yellow? It is Bakelite. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And afterwards, I will rinse that off. Isn't this a beautiful,
Yes, it is.
beautiful carving?
Yes, it is.
Definitely doesn't belong on this chain, but this necklace part is nothing to sneeze at. I think this is lovely. That looks very 20s also to me.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Now this,
I love that.
don't you love this?
I do. I do.
So first things first, it's sterling. This is carnelian.
Beautiful.
And it is beautiful. Look at the beads. All carnelian beads. See how each one's a little bit different?
Beautiful.
I don't think it's old. There's our lobster claw clasp. Could have been replaced, but it doesn't really look that old. We'll put this on our...
Yes.
Let me just fiddle with it for a sec. Hold on. So, of course, this is much, much longer. It's just that I
Isn't it beautiful?
shortened it in the back. I think it's beautiful.
I do too. The color is
I just
gorgeous.
shortened it. It's beautiful.
Deep butterscotch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
It is. And you know what? What I really love about it is this pendant is giant, but it's flat. I kind of like when stuff is really flat like that. I don't know.
And the border's beautiful, Sandy.
Yes, the frame, the
Yes.
border. Yep. And it's silver. So what the heck? I could probably get some money out of that. It's gorgeous. The other thing I got is this watch. And Mom, we were talking about this before. Yes. Why is it upside down?
Yes.
Because the wearer would be the person who needs to see it. So if you're wearing it like this, and this is your shirt, and you want to know what time it is, you lift it to see the time. Let me see what that name brand is. Sorry about my Band-Aid. I have another piano injury, believe it or not. Winton. Well, I don't know who that is. I'm going to try to gently wind it, but I'm sure it's overwound, just to guess. But
well, that's fixable.
I'm not sure it is, actually.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I know. Let me try to wind it. Well, it's not overwound. I wonder if this works. We'll just leave this here. So it's about 622, and we'll see if that moves at all. What a beautiful old piece this is. Oh, I love that. Now this, I don't know if this is real cinnabar. It doesn't look like it by how shiny it is. So probably not, but it's sterling. Something like this would be nice to put into a sterling silver lot because it's very pretty. It's possible that it's cinnabar that's been glazed or varnished, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, cinnabar is kind of not great to handle. When you handle it, you have to make sure you don't put your fingers near your mouth. I always wash my hands after handling old jewelry because of that. Lead or who knows. This is beautiful. I think this is jade. Let's see how pretty this is. Yeah, there's nothing like nature, right, Mom?
Oh, each one is a little bit different.
A little bit different, a different shade,
yes.
A different pattern, knotted in between. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a very nice catch, but it's not silver or gold or anything.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. It is still beautiful. Yes. I love it. I love the way it lays. Do you see how nicely the two of them really nest nicely?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Sandy.
Wow. And these are great. They look like real gold. These are probably gold filled. You see how it has the movement. But look how quality this back is. There's this tube hinge, C-clasp. This is a lovely thing. I am kind of crazy about it. That's an awesome Deco thing. Look at that. And here are the matching earrings. They're screwbacks. But look at the condition. Again, somebody did not mistreat these. Oh, are you marked? I didn't even know that. Let me see. It says gold filled. 1/20 12 karat GF for gold filled.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's why they look so much like real gold, because they are real gold on the outside, just not all the way through. Mm-hmm. That's great. There's something great and futuristic or something about this for its day. It kind of has a space age look to it. Great set. And I think that was a great price. So $180 for all of that, but with the taxes and the buyer's premium, probably more like $220 or $210 or something like that. So a little bit more, but I am still extremely happy with all of the stuff. But especially you know who. You know how much I love this
I know.
I want to marry it.
You're going to have a hard time
I
partying
want to
with
marry
that.
it. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can frame it and like carry it around with me. Just take it out from underneath my arm and keep gazing at it.
Mm-hmm.
The triangle. Oh, I love you. The other thing that happened at the auction, and I said too, you shall be mine, stick pin collection. So why don't we have a look at these? You want to take some of these out, Mom?
Yeah, sure.
But then you're gonna have to put those back in later too. So we'll kind of try to keep those to the side. All right, let's see what we have. And I want to move these out of the way so it doesn't mess with the focus. So here, I guess we'll just put these over here, Mom.
All right.
This is incredible. I think this is rock crystal as well. This is a jabbit pin. Do you know what a jabbit is, Mom?
No, I don't.
So it's kind of like, I'll put it on the screen. It's like a lacy sort of clothy thing that you put around your neck. This does not have to be worn on something like that. Obviously, you could just put this through your sweater or dress or whatever.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It's similar to a men's cravat.
Yeah, very pretty.
And this is a nice shape. I did notice there's like slight little something going on one of these points. But I love this. I don't think it's glass. Look at the jaggedy edges.
Wow.
That's amazing. So this should screw off like so. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. That's a nicely made thing. Did I say what I paid for these? I didn't, did I?
No, you didn't.
So I paid $160 for all of these. So with the premium and everything, more like $200 probably. But look at this cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is long. This could have also been worn in a hat.
Oh, sure.
But it does have the end cap here, which I can't get off. This is cool. So this is very clearly costume. That's not real. It is quite nice though. But let's take a look at something that we know is a stick pin for sure, just so we can compare the size, because we're going to be looking at some other hat pins. See the difference? I mean, again, you could wear this on a jacket, even in the day, or a cape.
Yes, you
or
could.
something, or a dress or whatever, but there is kind of a big difference. So I'll just keep this here for a second. And you've got the hat pins. This hat pin is fantastic.
Well, you see the red.
The red.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and it's hard to see unless you're in the light.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's just the stone, and then it shows from the top and from the sides.
Yes.
This is a really great hat pin. Oh, I love this. The red is not coming across. Let me see if I can get it closer to the light. It still looks black. It looks more red in person. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful thing right there. And of course, these also doubled as weapons. Did you know that?
Well, I could see that.
Yeah, they actually did. And I found a poster once online that was sort of funny because it was, I think they were trying to ban them or something because ladies were, or maybe not, or maybe people were saying, no, they should be used against the ne'er-do-wells. Well, these are plain, still very pretty, however. I like those. And then this one is similar to this big giant one.
Yes, yes.
That's cool. I like that. But this hat pin is my favorite one. You? Which one? Do you like the red one or do you like this one?
Oh, no, I like the red one, Sandy. I think that's so unusual, and I like as you examine it closely, what you see, extra things.
Yeah, you see all that detailing.
Yes.
Well, this is a gorgeous Art Nouveau hat pin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a snake. No way. That's a snake. Oh, look at you. See, I can tell by the skin.
Yes.
There's the tail. Oh, I didn't see that. I guess it's like a snake in the grass or whatever. Oh, this is lovely. Now, this seems like it might be gold. Oh, okay. You see that notch right there? There is a very deep notch. That means some jeweler somewhere along the line took a chunk out of that to see if it was real.
Really?
So I suppose it is only gold filled, which really just means that there's a thick plating on the outside of it. It's kind of like a very, not thick, but way thicker than a gold wash would be, or electroplate and what have you. Well, this is a lovely thing. And I think the way you do it, or they do it, I think they take a thin sheet of gold and they place it over sheets that are some other kind of metal, and that's how they make their jewelry. So the gold is already like bonded right to the top of the sheet, and then they make the jewelry from there. They don't do it like individually, is what I'm trying to say. Well, this is my favorite thing in life. I absolutely love that snake. I love that. So good. It's so good. And here's an old box, which I love, and a lot of the end caps are in here.
And some of them are very fancy.
Yes.
That's something.
Yep. Really fancy.
Yeah.
I wonder if this comes apart so I could see see if there's oh, no, look at that. It's not made to come apart, I don't think.
Really?
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
And then there's like a thing here for, that's really interesting.
Yeah, different.
And now this one, I love this one. Now this one probably is glass. Some brass.
Well, it's impressive.
It is really impressive. I bet you this looked very much like a real diamond in the day. I love this because it's really big. Make a nice
Well,
a nice
it would be very
ring.
sparkly.
Yes. I like the height of it too.
Yep.
Really a cool piece. Now these two are glass. Is that a scratch or are you cracked? Okay, I can feel that with the finger. So that one is cracked a little bit. What a pretty bubblegum pink that is, though.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. Didn't you
Bubblegum.
like it? It's bubblegum, right?
Yes, it certainly is.
And this is very nice, too. That's a beautiful thing. And then this one is pretty also. This reminds me of a lot of those cufflinks I have. It's really pretty. This one was likely a man's that was worn in a cravat. These are all...
any of them could be used that way, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the more
And I'm sure they
feminine ones, no.
But many of them are not, and
Absolutely.
that's great.
Absolutely unisex for sure.
Yep.
Here, you want to see if you can put those... I mean, I don't know why I feel like they should stay in their original thing, which probably isn't original at all, but you know what I mean. So here are some beautiful ones too. Oh, look at that face. Who is that? Bacchanal or somebody? Who is that? The god of wine or something? Let me just pull all these out. This is such a lovely collection.
Oh, yes. It's very different, isn't it, Sandy?
It is. I think that this was someone's collection in the day. That's what I think this is. Yeah, that's what I think. And I wonder if this is her. Look how young. That's a really young lady. I love old photograph stick pins.
Yes.
I don't think I have any. I think if I had any, I must have sold them. So that's nice. And there's another one here that's a little kid. And what's interesting is she or he kind of looks modern day.
Why do you say that?
What is that? I don't know. Just something about it. I mean, it isn't, but what is that haircut called again? Little Lord Fauntleroy? Fauntleroy. It's kind of that, right? With the bangs and the... I like this frame. I like the beading around it. That's the sweetest thing. And here's our awesome Gothic face. I love walking around New York City, right, Mom? Because you see a lot of these on the buildings.
Oh, yes. I was surprised at that.
Yes, a lot of them to scare away.
Yeah, I like that. Yes. On the churches, too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's great. Wow. And this one is very crudely made. It's almost cartoonish, but it's not the same sort of quality as some of the others. You might see it's just sort of etched in there. I don't know if this is supposed to be a bobby. That's what it looks like. It's really cute though. And these really girly ones are so pretty. Oh, these are so nice. I would guess these are mostly from the 1900s or the 1910s, maybe some as new as the 20s. And I don't think any of them are gold. I'm pretty sure if there were any gold ones, they would have been picked out and sold separately. Just saying. This one, this is like an arrowhead kind of look. I thought at first maybe that was like a fraternal organization or something, because I think I've seen it before, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a very cool thing.
Yeah.
And here is something from an Indian head penny. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That had to have been a lot of work to take that off, take all that other stuff off.
The smallness of it.
Yes.
Too. Yeah, sure.
That's interesting. I wonder if somebody did this like as trench art, like during the war, like they're bored and they have, their downtime, or maybe it's factory made. I don't know. It's interesting though. And here's a beautiful lover's knot.
I was going to say, is that a lover's knot? Okay, yes.
Wow.
What a nice gift to give to somebody else.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And just here's a couple of sort of plain ones. Very pretty. Just plain though. I'd like to wear these together because like one is smaller, one is bigger, so they would pair up nicely. And yeah, what is this one? British Columbia, I guess. That's very pretty. Nice enameling. And here's another lover's knot. I wonder if this one is just a knot. And this one is not. See what I did?
Very, very poor.
Very poor. You're right, it is poor. Because this one has loose edges, and this one is all one.
I see.
So I've read that starting in, certainly knots have been around for a long time, obviously. But I think this lover's knot jewelry, at least it came into prominence in the Victorian times. And I read once that it represented love, of course, because there's no beginning and no end. But in nature, hundreds of years before that, lovers would tie like rushes together and stuff. And then after a year, if they were still held together and they didn't come apart, it would be true love.
Well,
something like that.
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes, it is.
And this, I don't know. In New York City, all the schools are PS for public school 119. And then what does that say? V9 or so, or VO or V8? Not sure. But I don't know what this is. It's very nice. And some of these have the texture and some do not. That's just so it will stay in your clothing a little bit better. They don't all have it, but where did I just take these out? Oh, this. You want to try to put these back on, or is that going to be too tricky?
No.
I'll try to stick those back in there. And all of these too. One combination I love is turquoise and gold together, because you usually see it with the silver. And I really do like that. That's not turquoise. Not with all the foil and the glitter. Is this one? I think this one may be, right? Who's a turquoise person? We're not, because we don't usually find it here in the Northeast, right, Mom?
I know, but I do love it, don't you?
I certainly do too.
Yes.
Every piece is different. It's another one where everything is unique. There's never going to be two exactly alike.
Right.
But I love both of these. And this is interesting. The little buckle. That is so cute. Buckle motif, of course, another big motif in Victorian times also. Oh, I love this one. Look at the colors. Look at the colors are still on it, the purple and the yellow. You have to tell me what kind of flower this is.
Ah, looks like might be an orchid. Or yeah, it could be an orchid.
An orchid. Oh, it's in such nice condition. That's fantastic. I love that. And here's another one with the ridges. That's interesting. The way it hits the light. You kind of can't see it, and then as it hits the light, it's very reflective. It's a pretty little thing. This one, I was wondering if this one might be real. I don't know. Probably not. I might check a couple of these just for fun, just in case. Probably not though. Just by the way the stone and stuff with the, I don't know. Well, it's pretty anyhow. I like it. And this one is cool. A little piece of turquoise or blue glass. It's a tiny bit dented, just a little bit misshapen, not terribly so. Really cute. This one seems like it could be silver. If not $9.25, then maybe something else, some silver content. This one looks older than the others too. Is this a pansy, Mom, or a violet?
Oh, let's see it up close. Oh, it looks like a pansy to me.
A pansy, okay. It's a pretty little thing. Look at the
Yes, it
detailing.
is.
The detailing on each leaf. It's textured. Little seed pearl in the center. Sweet.
On all of these, Sandy, they're just so special.
Each
So
one.
yes, each one.
I feel like stick pins. Each one is
the
almost
time spent.
a work of art.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of in its own right,
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. I totally agree. They're lovely.
Okay, now we also have these to look through. And on part 2 of this video, what I will be showing is a sterling silver lot I bought, and also more stick pins, believe it or not, from the same person, the same collector or estate or whatever. I do think it is the same person though. Well, these glass ones are beautiful. This one I think might just be a straight pin. I'm not sure. I'll take a closer look at that. That's a very interesting shade of yellow. But these twirly ones are so cool. I love these. And here's another one too. Aren't those neat? I think they're really neat. And look at this one. What a pretty abalone shell that is. I love that. And this one's a little bit too long, so this one is probably a hat pin. And this is a stick pin or a jabbit pin. This one does not have the quality as the others at all. Still pretty though.
Unusual shape.
Yeah, still pretty.
Yeah.
Here are 3 pretty ones. That's a nice letter R. I see a lot of pins like this with these initials. I have a lot of them. I think this one actually might be as new as the 40s. Not sure. These are usually gold filled. People think that they're gold, but I've never seen a gold one before. Here's 2 fleur-de-lis. Classic design. I love this. What a pretty piece of glass. This one has a little bit of an issue. Right there. Bent at the bottom.
Oh dear.
I think I could probably fix that.
Good.
Very, very pretty. And this one is smooth like a cabochon in front, and it is faceted in the back, which I think makes it look interesting from the front because you can sort of, the light is catching those facets. And here's a beautiful old bit of gold stone. I think gold stone is so pretty.
I do too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the shape of this too.
Yeah,
There's something cool about the oval. And I guess we have 2 of these.
They're lovely.
Yep, they certainly are. And one is longer than the other by a little bit, is it? No, I guess not. Oh gosh, this stuff. You know what's making a mess? The velvety stuff is kind of coming off.
Well, no. Got a little age to them.
Got a little age to them, like all of us. Some of us.
Speak for yourself.
Some of us.
That's right.
And here's the last of them for this lot. Here's another pretty knot. This one's really nice because one is etched and the other one is plain, which is interesting. Here's an initial M. And here's a hat pin. This one's cool. It's kind of like a lover's knot, but it's a flower, really, even with the center. That's different. Here's another beautiful flower. And this one's so pretty. Got the guilloche enameling in nice condition. And then we have this sweet little one. I have a similar one to this. And then we have this last one. Well, I love stick pins. I am so happy with all of these. Let me just clean these out of the way.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
What'd you do?
Okay, here it comes.
All right.
Ready?
Let's see what you did.
All right.
Wow. So some people aren't going to have any idea what this is. But if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's
Hi,
right.
Fifi. That actually it looks super cute. Wow, I like the way you arranged them, Mom.
Oh dear, thank you.
You did good. You done good.
How fun to display them like that, though.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna keep them just like this because you did an awesome job.
Oh, shucks.
Well, that's it for this time around. Thanks everybody so much. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think and stay tuned for part 2 because we have so many more stick pins and also a big lot of sterling silver. Say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a million, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one, all right? Be well. Bye-bye.